Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to go over an awesome free game that's available on Steam right now. I had mentioned it before that it was going free, but to give you guys an update, Total War Shogun 2 is available as a freebie right now. One of the best freebies that Steam has offered in a very long time, and you should definitely be taking advantage of that. Even if you're not the biggest fan of turn-based strategy titles, at the very least, to check out the game's visuals, to set up some crazy battles, Total War Shogun 2 can offer you a lot of fun. So we'll go over that. And also, GOG Galaxy 2.0. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are aware of that, but Update 5 is live now, and it adds some nice features. And Fanatical, these guys have been running some great game deals. They have just launched a Square Enix sale, and that adds even more great deals. Want to highlight a couple of super cheap games as a part of that. We'll get to that at the end of this video, but first up, Total War Shogun 2 is free right now on Steam. It's the perfect mix of real-time and turn-based strategy gaming for newcomers and veterans alike, as is noted by the description. Very positive reception on Steam, 90% positive based on 18,325 Steam user reviews. That's actually a low amount of reviews, but this game came out all the way back in 2011. Steam reviews weren't even implemented back then. On Metacritic, it has a very respectable 90 score, which obviously, that's even more than very respectable. That's a very good score. And it notes, in the darkest age of Japan, endless war leaves a country divided. It is the middle of the 16th century, and feudal Japan, the country once ruled by a unified government, it is now split into many warring clans. 10 legendary warlords strive for supremacy. As conspiracies and conflicts wither the empire, only one will rise above to win the heart of a nation as the new shogun. The others will die by his sword. Take on the role of Diamao, the clan leader, and use military engagement, economics, and diplomacy to achieve the ultimate goal: reunite Japan under his supreme command and become the new shogun, the undisputed ruler of a pacified nation. The game notes, conquer the islands of Japan in the 16th century, lead vast armies of samurai and fleets of giant warships into breathtaking real-time battles, build your kingdom on the inviting and turn-based campaign map, wield economic, political, and military power to amass wealth, armies, and influence, scheme according to the art of war by Sun Tzu, use fire and siege tactics, spies, and assassins to adapt to the ever-changing conditions on the battlefield and throughout your kingdom, and battle online on top of that. Obviously, this game was a very difficult game to run back in the day, but it's been 9 years since it initially came out. Just to look at the system requirements, because I do think it's kind of fun to look at that. Minimum requirement was a 2 GHz Intel dual-core processor and a 2.6 GHz Intel single-core processor with an AMD equivalent. Yeah, single-core processor, me just saying that, and also attaching this game to being hard to run, you guys might be like, what the hell? Does that make any sense? It does. 1 GB of RAM is minimum, 2 GB of RAM for Vista and Windows 7. Wow. 256 MB DirectX 9 compatible video card, and that is for a 1024 by 768 resolution. That is a disgusting resolution to be playing at in 2020, but nonetheless just fun to look at that. Recommended is actually pretty relevant. A second generation Intel Core i5 processor or greater, or an AMD equivalent. Core i5 second gen is a Sandy Bridge CPU, so you're talking about a 2500K. The 2500K still holds up pretty well in 2020, so that should give you an idea of, you know, it needing a relatively demanding CPU. 2 GB of RAM for XP and 4 GB of RAM for Vista and Windows 7, and then an AMD Radeon HD 5000 and 6000 series graphics card or equivalent DirectX 11 compatible GPU. That is like equivalent to something like a GTX 560, which again, a lot of this information isn't going to be relevant to you guys, but I just think it's fun to go back and look at system requirements for older games, because I remember Shogun 2 was one of those games a lot of people looked at back in 2011, 2012 as one of those games, can your PC run? And not quite at the level of a Crysis or a Battlefield 3, but definitely a game people were looking at. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to note that GOG Galaxy 2.0 has gotten another major update, with Update 5 being live right now. They noted on Twitter, we're happy to announce that displaying and managing games owned from subscriptions, among other cool new features, are now a part of GOG Galaxy 2.0. So a couple of new features have been added. PC Games and noted, GOG Galaxy 2.0's 5th major update now pops all of your game subscriptions into one place in the client, making browsing your collection, searching in it, and installing games from each different service a lot easier. So for example, if you're signed up to other subscription platforms like the Xbox Game Pass for PC, you'll be able to access them all in one place on GOG Galaxy 2.0. That is a pretty nice addition. In addition, GOG announced its change that now lets you link multiple executables to any game and add your own launch parameters to play games with custom mods or settings, so that is another nice update. And if you open up the client, the update should start automatically. GOG Galaxy is a pretty useful tool, especially given the fact that there are a bunch of different game launching platforms, even though a lot of those platforms are transitioning back to Steam. Like Bethesda is releasing their games on Steam again, Ubisoft hopefully will release their games on Steam again, EA of course released Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. But there's still stuff like Uplay, there's stuff like, you know, you might have games on Origin, Steam, and then obviously the subscription services as well. Having that all unified on one platform is definitely advantageous. Alright, lastly, I do want to note that Fanatical is running a Square Enix sale right now, and with that, you can get some really good deals. What caught my eye right away was Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition. That is 85% off for just $2.99. I just beat Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition not that long ago, late last year. I just wanted to go back and play this game again. And guys, this game is so good. It is so depressing that more people didn't play this game because I think it's so good. Obviously, the regular comparison is it's GTA in Hong Kong, but it is so much more than that. It's a lot different than GTA. Obviously, it's a crime-oriented game in a somewhat open world, but that open world is much more contained and focused than GTA. It's not this grandiose open world, and it much more so has a focus on its hand-to-hand combat. Story is excellent. Characters are great. Highly recommend Sleeping Dogs, and for $3, the Definitive Edition is a steal. Also wanted to note Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut, $2.79 for that, while Deus Ex Mankind Divided is $4.19. Both of those are very much worth playing. I have been vocal in saying that Human Revolution, in my opinion, is the better game. I just think the narrative is a lot tighter in this game. It's a lot more compelling. Mankind Divided is good in the sense that the gameplay is better than Human Revolution, adds quite a bit more depth to it, but the narrative is quite lacking, and Deus Ex is a game that you go into it expecting a quality story, and Deus Ex Mankind Divided, while I won't say it was an absolute train wreck, it did falter in some regards, but still, for $4.19, still very, very much worth playing. And Human Revolution for $2.79 for the Director's Cut. Director's Cut has some cool features as well, dev commentary, which I always like to see in these definitive edition of games. It just adds another layer and depth to the game that you might not be aware of when you first play it, so that's definitely worth a pickup. They've also got a couple of other good deals. Just Cause 2 is down to $1.49. I believe Just Cause 3 is down to $2.79. So obviously those are pretty good deals as well. So give that a look. You can get some super cheap games and high quality games at that from Square Enix. That's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, Total War Shogun 2 free to keep right now on Steam, and it will be available free for the next week or so. Check out GOG Galaxy 2.0's new update where it'll also get games from your subscription services, and a lot of good Square Enix game deals over on Fanatical. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, some really good stuff. So that's going to wrap up this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.